Okay, I am crashing out and I need somebody to listen to me because I'm tired of bugging my friends with this. So this is going to be a story time about my psycho ex-neighbor who is still torturing me to this day, even though we don't live in the same complex anymore. Okay? So listen, please. Okay, we're going to call her Mary. Okay? So my husband and I moved above Mary in 2021. The first day we moved in, I'm unpacking, putting things away. My husband is at work, and she comes up to my door and she says, "I'm sorry, I know you just moved in, but can you please turn your music down?" Okay, it's like 11 in the morning. I had all the windows open. There was so much beautiful light. Okay, I'm sorry, the sound travels. So I closed the windows and I turned down the music a little bit. Okay, and I was like, a couple weeks go by, we don't hear from Mary at all. She gives me smiles and says hi to my dog. And I was like, okay, so it was just that one instance. Maybe it was a little loud. The apartment had thin walls, whatever. No, that was not it. Then summertime comes, okay? We get an air conditioning unit. It's a standing unit, and every single day, as soon as I would turn it on, she starts banging on the ceiling with her broom. From there, it just escalates. Every time I walk in my apartment, she starts banging on her ceiling with her fucking broom. Every time I'd walk to my kitchen, there was one spot on the floors that would creak. Every time I'd walk on that spot, she'd bang on the ceiling. Every time I'm putting my clothes away and I'm closing my dresser drawers, she bangs on the ceiling. Every time she can hear my radio, she's yelling through the floor, "Shut up! You're so loud! Shut up!" And then it gets worse. Then she resorts to calling the cops on us every single day for almost 2 weeks. Every time I'd wake up and I'd walk to my kitchen to go get water, she's banging on the ceiling. I got woken up at 7 in the morning to cops at my door saying, "Oh, we're getting noise complaints about you." I'm in bed. What do you mean you're getting noise complaints about me? I am in my bed. You woke me up out of my bed. And then they had the audacity to tell me that I need to figure out a way to get along with her. I'm not doing anything. So then I decided I'm done with this. I'm not talking to her anymore. I decided I'm going to get the property management involved. So I started recording every time she'd be yelling at us through the floor, every time she's banging on the ceiling, and what we're doing. She's banging on the ceiling, I'm sitting on my couch. She's banging on the ceiling, I'm walking to my fucking kitchen to get water. What am I doing wrong? Then my property management company tells me that she's been complaining about us, but they haven't been telling us because she's done this to the last 3 tenants that lived in my unit. 3 tenants. 3 different people before me that signed that lease that had to deal with this. And they all complained to property management about her. So now I'm saying you need to do something about this. I'm not going to be the one to just sit here and take this. I have all of this video evidence that she's being crazy. You have all of these police reports. I'm not doing anything. So they said, okay, we're going to come to her unit. We're going to listen while you do whatever you're doing. And we're going to hear from her perspective what's going on because maybe it is loud. All right. So they go to her unit. I turn on my air conditioner. My landlord is recording a video to send to me because she was on my side. Okay. She's recording a video to show me what it sounds like. At most, it sounds like a refrigerator humming. Maybe, if that. Okay? That's it. It's not loud at all. She's fucking crazy. So then property management tells me, okay, here's what we're going to do. You buy soundproofing. Buy some soundproofing, put it under the air conditioner, maybe put some blankets under it so the vibration isn't as loud and hopefully it won't bother her as much. Okay. So we spent like a couple $100 buying car soundproofing panels to put under the air conditioner. We put them under our bed in our room. We put them behind picture frames. I was trying to soundproof our apartment to please her. It doesn't work. A couple weeks go by. She's still banging and calling the cops on us all the time, by the way. They're coming to our door weekly, and I have to explain to them the situation every single time. And every single time they go, "Oh, okay." And they leave. Okay. So then one night at like 8 p.m., we are on our couch watching TV and I get a knock at my door. I open the door. It's her. She reeks of alcohol and she's slurring her words. So I'm like, oh, she's about to flip out on us. I pull out my phone. I start recording her. She is going off about how we're the worst neighbors and how I don't even remember what she said because I blacked it out, but she just spews drunk babble on how we are the worst. And she doesn't want us to live there anymore, and we need to move if we're going to be so loud, and we're not considerate, and blah, 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 whatever. And I'm just sitting there recording her like, okay, yeah, Okay, whatever. I'm not doing anything. So then I send that video to my property management and I told them, you need to let us out of our lease or you need to evict her. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I cannot deal with the cops coming to my door weekly because of some psycho. Finally, they agreed. They let us out of the lease. We moved out. We moved into this apartment now, and everything was great for 3 years. 3 years. One day, I noticed a car on our street that looks oddly familiar. It's hers. I'm thinking, oh, what is her car doing here? She must be visiting someone, right? She moved into my new complex. She lives by me again. She lives on the other side of my new complex, so I don't have to live right next to her, but I see her all the time going to do laundry, and every time she walks by me, she goes, what? Who did I piss off in this world that this is my karma? I am a good person, okay? I don't know what I did to deserve this, but she fucking lives next to us now. And ever since she moved in, we've been getting so many more emails from this property management company saying, we need to be considerate of our noise in the complex. We need to be considerate of our neighbors. Please turn your TVs down after 10. It's because of her, right? Like, she has to be complaining about the people that she lives next to now. So now, what do? I want to do something. So I'm thinking, should I pull my property manager, who lives right next to me, aside and show her the videos that I have of her and be like, is this the girl complaining? Is this her? You shouldn't have let her move in here. I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. She saw me today walking up the stairs and she's like, I will fight you. I want to like really inconvenience her. Like, I want to do something that's going to make her life really annoying, but I don't want to do anything illegal. What should I do? I need ideas. Thank you for listening if you made it this far. I will have updates for you because I am going to tell my property manager as soon as I see her.
So we are dealing with a scary situation in my apartment building right now, and I want to know what you guys would do. So my building has a free coffee machine, but you have to bring your own cup. And I'll typically utilize it every day, but not between the same hours at all. So because I live in a really big building, I don't even really run into my friends unless we like purposefully meet up. I maybe run into them every 1 to 3 months. But suddenly I noticed last week that I was running into the same frickin' guy every single time I was going to get my coffee in the morning. Now, I never get my coffee at the same time. I maybe get it between 8:30 a.m. and like 1 p.m. But I always vary my schedule as to not really get into a routine. But I was getting really annoyed because every single time I'd get my coffee, I'd be stuck there while it was being made, having to talk to this person. My building is a great community. We have like a big group chat. And so some of our numbers are in that group chat. The first week that I moved into this place, this guy took my number out of the group chat and asked me to hang out. I proceeded to block him. So now, as I'm having to get my coffee with him being there, he's like, hey, Shar, can't get a text back? I just kind of look at him. So last Friday, I'm getting ready to go to my friend's birthday party. I didn't get coffee that day, but it's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and I decide that I want to grab a cup while I'm getting ready to, start the evening's festivities. I go down the elevator, and I can see that he's playing billiards or whatever, and he saw me exit the elevator. I'm just like, whatever, not really trying to say hi to him. We're not cool like that. So I go, I'm in there getting my coffee made, and suddenly I hear a voice, hey, Shar, how's it going? This guy fucking followed me from the billiards room into the coffee machine room. I'm like, going to a friend's birthday party, trying to keep it as short as I possibly can with him. He says, do you want to hang out this weekend? And I said, no, I don't want to hang out this weekend. So circle back. So one of my friends had messaged me that some people were kind of talking about this dude and his weird interactions in a group chat earlier. So I knew that he was being weird. And so that gave me the strength to kind of be rude to him when he started to try to be more aggressive in his interactions with me. I said, no, what in our communication would ever think to you that I would want to hang out with you? I said, the other women in the building are talking about you and how you've been creeping on the girls and you need to stop. Luckily, there were like 2 larger, older guys there who like really looked like they could like rough somebody up. And so he kind of backed away, but he was just like, well, that's all relative. It didn't even click with him. I barely say 2 words to this guy. What in him would make him think that I ever wanted to hang out with him and that was like an appropriate thing to do? And he's been texting me when I've never responded, and I've had him blocked this entire time. What the hell? What do you even do with that? Anyway, so the whole thing kind of had me irritated, slightly shaken because he seemed kind of off when he was trying to talk to me. So I called my friend and I told her that I had a weird situation with him, and she said, dude, he stalks us. She said he waits in the corridors and stuff for us so that he can like talk to us. So that's when it clicked for me and I realized this guy knew that he could catch me at the coffee machine at some point in the morning, and he waited there every single day last week between the hours of 8:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. And then on the one day that I don't show up, he still fucking caught me getting coffee at 6 p.m. waiting with a coffee cup to look like he was getting coffee. Do you understand how psychotic that is?